Hello everyone, welcome to Malhotra's IAS study group. In today's session of CSAT previous year question practice series, we are going to understand a very basic passage. This type of passages often come in your examination. There are number of questions based on this concept you need to find out from the passage. Whenever you get a question of inference or crux or the best message implied in the passage, so you can find out with the same process that we are going to discuss today. So basically, when we find out the crux of the passage, based on that every answer can be find out if you are dealing with an indirect question there. Like this is the question which you need to understand: which one of the following is the best implied in the passage? Best implied in the passage. So this is an indirect question. So look, when you try to find out the implied message or the crux of the passage, basically these two questions are same and are dealt with the same process. Like you need to understand the passage, and based on the crux of the passage that you have understood, you need to answer the questions. Like Salman Rushdie called Hindi cinema a love song to India's mongrel self. Regardless of where one comes from and away from the feverish hive of nationalist politics, Indians are Indians through the way in which Hindi films part of their being. Snatches of dialogues, fashions, dance moves, ways of expressing love and hatred and of being in the world. There is an enormous encyclopedia and archive that exists as a supplement. So basically, what the author has said, that Indians are Indians because of the films, because of the cinema that they look, that they see, that they absorb. So Indian cinema has an impact on Indians. One may turn to one's parents, teachers or gods, but when it comes to the crunch, the answer is clear. Nothing happens that has not happened before in cinema. So in the conclusion, the author has also mentioned that the cinema is providing the same stuff as it has provided in the past things or past times. So nothing is new there, but every time, every generation, when a generation watches cinema, it impacts their lives, it impacts their daily routine. So I hope you have got the crux of the passage that we are dealing with today. So question is asking about the best implied message or implied message. First option, what it says: cinema shapes the thoughts and sensibilities of Indians in a significant manner. Yes, that was mentioned in the passage that we get from the passage. So let's just put it on hold before reaching to a conclusion that this will be our final answer. Next, cinema has impacted the Indian society in a positive as well as negative fashion. So we were not discussing positives and negatives of Indian cinema. We were just discussing that Indians are impacted by cinema. So we have not discussed the positives and negatives, pros and cons of the Indian cinema. Next, Indian cinema has showcased the culture of India to the world. So we were not taking this to the global level, and we have not anything based on that phenomena as well, or that थिंग एज वेल कि हमने ग्लोबली इस टाइप से रिप्रेजेंट करने की कोशिश की है, या फिर इस प्रोसेस से वर्ल्ड पर हमारा कितना फेम बढ़ा है, ठीक है, रीच बढ़ी है. तो वी डू नॉट हैव एनीथिंग ऑन दैट. सो सिमिलरली एज द सेकेंड वन, हम इसे भी अपना आंसर नहीं बना सकते. Last option, Indian movie stars are appreciated in India as well as abroad. We were not discussing about Indian movie stars. If you have a basic understanding of the Indian cinema, then you can get to the conclusion, हाँ ये तो होता ही है. But this was not mentioned in the passage. So we just cannot choose this as our answer. So the only answer we are left with, which seems correct based on the information given in the passage, that is A. That cinema shapes the thoughts and sensibilities of Indians in a significant manner. You can get this from the examples that are given here: snatches of dialogues, fashions, dance moves, ways of expressing love and hatred and of being in the world. Clear? समझ आया? I think. चलिए, तो दिस वॉज द पैसेज. जनरल है. अगर आपको कोई इनडायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन का आंसर नहीं मिलता है, जस्ट गो थ्रू द क्रक्स एंड बेस्ड ऑन दैट क्रक्स आपको उसका एक आंसर ढूंढना है. चलिए, तो लेट्स टेक अ लुक एट द एनालिसिस ऑफ द पैसेज. So the topic, you can say, that was familiar. We have here and there read type of passages in the newspapers as well. Now, question level, the question we were dealing with was of L2 level, moderate or easy to moderate, you can say that. Clear? So this type of questions generally comes at a number of 8 to 10 in your CSAT examination. I hope this process has helped you in finding your right answer and to the approach through which you can easily find out the correct answer for this type of question. So if this lecture has helped you, please do like it, share it with your friends, and do subscribe our YouTube channel if you're new to the YouTube channel. Thank you guys. See you in the next session. Thank you.